Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna be learning catfishing 101. Just kidding. So yeah, as the caption says, I'm going to be teaching you how I personally contour my nose so that my nose look more thinner, defined, and less wide, because I do have, like, you know, a wide nose, a broad nose. There's no hiding that, there's no denying that. So I just wanted to do this video because I feel like this is something that is important for anybody that is looking to contour their nose, to perfection. And I think I have already nailed my perfect contouring nose thing. So yeah, I don't do this every day. I do this for my looks, or occasionally if I want to, look very glammed, like for a birthday or for New Year's Eve when I go all out, then I will contour my nose to perfection. I also use minimum products. I don't go all out and use crazy amounts of products. I use cream, highlighter, and a bronzer. That is it. And, a little bit of highlight. And yeah. So before I go into the video, I wanted to say some steps, because while I was doing it, I was not, I didn't explain these steps. So before we go into the video, I want to explain these steps. That way, when you're watching me, you still have that in your mind, I guess, and then you can watch the video. So if you want to see how I contour my nose to perfection to get this nose snatched, then please keep watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can get notified every time I upload a video. Thank you so much, and let's get started. Okay, so before we hop into the video, I wanted to say something. So briefly, contouring, if you don't know what contouring is basically creating a shadow to hide or minimize the appearance of a spot in your face, I guess. So when they say to contour your nose, you are making shadows on your nose to make it look smaller or slimmer. And when you create those shadows, it hides the wideness or largeness or thickness, whatever you want, however your nose is. So in my case, my nose is a little bit wide and it's a little long, so I like to shorten it and make it look slimmer. And that is what contouring is. I did not explain that while I was doing it, but I'm telling you now. So when you highlight something, you make that pop out and make it, stick out more. So highlighting, I like to, when you highlight your nose, you're highlighting the bridge of the nose and the tip to make it look smaller and to make that area pop out. So the contouring will hide it and the highlighting will stick out. And I hope that's helpful, and I hope I explained that as much as possible. And yeah, if you want to see the magic, then please keep watching. Hey, so I'm going to be showing you how I've been contouring my nose. Lately, I've been really liking it, and I see a huge difference. And contouring, I think the nose for people with, bigger noses or broader noses is very important, just to have a slim down more face. And if you like a slimmer looking nose, then of course, this is the video for you if you want to see how I contour my nose to perfection the way I've been liking it. And the reason why I'm doing this video is because I've never done like a contouring how-to video at all. So I thought, why not start it off with how to contour my nose, or how I contour my nose. And yeah, so let's get right into it. So I obviously already have my base. I used the Born to Glow foundation and a little bit of e.l.f. concealer under the eye, and I did my brows just to make this a quicker video. I also wanted to say that I don't usually contour my nose like this every day. This is on special occasions, to also to post on my Instagram, because when you take pictures for photography, you want a more defined and nice look. So yeah, I don't do this every day, so I wouldn't say like go do this every day. But when you want that nice contour on the nose for photography or for pictures, or if you're going out or for your birthday glam, etc. I do recommend doing this. You know, it just makes your makeup look even flawless. So I like to begin with a darker concealer just to define the area and where I would want to contour. So I didn't contour anything else on my face, so it might look uneven at first, but I'm gonna start off with this concealer, and this is just a CoverGirl concealer. I like to start off on the sides of my nose. That way you see how this is the before and you're gonna see the after. But I like to start at the sides of my nose, and this is a little bit on the yellower side, so it might look a little weird in the beginning, but I like to go in with a cream base in the beginning, and then I go in with the powder. So I'm going on the edges of the nose and drawing 2 lines. It doesn't have to be perfect because you're going to be you know, blending that in. I also like to do like a little scoopy here in the beginning. You see how it already makes your nose look a little smaller. So when you do this around here, or this little round thing here, you're basically making your nose look smaller. And then when you add the powder or whatever, you're making it look slimmer through here. So you can also add to the sides to make it a little slimmer, because I do have like a wider nose here. So what I like to do is add on the sides as well, just to define that. And yeah, so basically just 2 lines here, down. You can also add a line in the center. I've seen that a lot, and it is helpful. It will make your nose look smaller as well. Then I'm going to obviously blend that out. I'm just using a Sedona Lace 847 brush, and I'm going to start blending that in nicely. Take your time because you want that contour to look sick. I like to go up to the brow because it just makes it look super thin when you blend out the other makeup. But you can already tell that shadow from the sides is giving us a slimmer look. Once you start highlighting, then, you know, you finish off the job. But for now, the shadows of the contour is making the nose look slimmer. So that's what we have right now. As you can tell, it already has shrunk the nose. If you have a longer nose, this is helpful. And if you have a wide nose, then this is helpful as well. If you just want your nose to look slimmer because you have a little more roundish, then this is helpful as well. If your nose is perfect, just skip this, okay? Then I'm gonna go in with my Hoola bronzer. So what you want to use is a brush that is a little fluffy still, but it is small and kind of slim at the tip. That way you can just, get into these edges and start blending that out nicely. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that powder and as well begin from the top and start bringing that in. It looks a little dark for now. Another thing is that a lot of people tend to, you see, my nose is different, everybody's nose is different, but you don't want to contour where the lines are too separated. You want to contour where you're slimming down the nose. So if you add the lines that are too separate, it's gonna look the same. So what you need to do is try to slim it down by making the lines a little bit closer to each other. That way when you put the highlight, it's perfect. So I kind of did it too far away, but I'm going to be blending it out closer. I'm sorry, talking and looking at myself in the mirror it's a lot. So you see how I did it too separate? It's going to look basically the same. So what you want to do is make it a little bit closer, and that way it looks slimmer. So it's gonna look like a hot mess right now just because I'm adding a little more to it, but see how the middle line is a bit slimmer? That's what you want. So I'm gonna go in with a fluffy brush and just start blending that in. That way it doesn't look harsh. And I also like to take a little bit of powder of the bronzer and extend it to the contour. I feel like it makes your nose look slimmer. In my opinion, I don't know. So I don't take the cream into this area, I take the powder. So I'm just blending that out and making sure everything is well blended. If you feel that it is too harsh, you can always go in with your foundation that's left over on your sponge or brush and just go over that, and that'll make it less harsh if you don't want it to show that much. But you do want it to show a little bit of shadow, because what's the point, you know? So after it's blended, this is what you have, and look at the difference of my nose already. You can already tell it looks much shorter, and you can tell I thinned it out already. That's what you want. But I'm going to do the middle part right here and just add a little bit of shadow to that. That way it helps as well to make it look slimmer. That's how it's looking. Nothing like a hack or a tip that really works and makes a huge difference, and this is huge. I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. concealer, and you don't want to add too much. You want to add just the right amount to perfect that nose. So I'm gonna use this like brush that I've been using for my concealer, and I'm just gonna add some concealer to it. I'm going to apply that in the tip of my nose and also to the bridge. That alone makes a huge difference. Oh, you want to blend that out. Voila, that's what you have now, and look at how thin that nose looks. So I also like to go in after that. I like to go in with a little bit just on the sides of concealer. That way we really make it look thinner. By doing this, you are adding more definition and you make it look slimmer. As you can tell, also by adding concealer on the sides just a little bit, you do thin out the nose, and your nose looks nice and defined. I just love this trick, and I've been using it a lot. I don't use it in my I don't do it every look that I post on Instagram or here, but when I really want that defined look, it's just amazing. It's an amazing hack, I'm telling you. So what I would do now is add the highlighter, and I'm gonna go in with the Stay Wild highlighter, which I've been loving. In my previous video, if you watched it, you know I loved this. So what I'm gonna do is just apply a little bit of highlight to the tip of the nose and the bridge of the nose to make that pop, because what you're doing is the shadows hides anything that you don't want to show. Like the wideness, that's what contouring is. You know, you are hiding anything you don't want. So with the shadow, you're hiding the broad or the wideness of your nose or whatever it is, and then with the highlight you're making it stick out and make it look more slimmer. And I'm just gonna apply that to the very tip, and then like I said, to the bridge. And that is pretty much it. You can go ahead and blend out if you feel like it's too harsh. You can go in and blend it out a little more, and that's pretty much it. Do you guys see that? I will be right back with a full face of makeup to let you guys see the huge difference when you have a contoured nose and makeup application, and it just looks so flawless. So I will be right back, and I hope this was helpful.